Hello, welcome to Pilates Mat Work, and today we're going to do some mat work exercises with weights because I like weights and I think they're just great to incorporate every now and then into your practice. I will say a few things about weights. So I am actually using two 2-pound hand weights. If you're going to use weights at home and you want to keep doing this practice and build up your strength, and you want to add weight, more weight than the 2 pounds over time, I don't recommend with these exercises going over 5 pounds. And that's obviously on the more advanced level. If you're newer to Pilates and you're doing this video, completely fine. But I don't recommend using weights if you've never done these exercises before. If you don't have good form when you're not using the weights, adding the weights in will not magically give you good form. So always practice good form. You can lose the weights at any time. And I'm just going to put these to the side and we'll get started. We will be doing 2 sets of exercises today on all fours. So if you need some knee cushion, you might want a folded blanket, a towel, or something like that close by. I'll definitely need it for the end of class. So I've got mine close by here and we'll get started. So finding a tall seat. So what do I mean by that? So I mean that when you find a tall seat, and some of you might need to sit up on a blanket to lift your hips up a little higher if you're a little tight, is you want to think about lengthening from crown to tail, but you don't want to be so rigid in that length so that you still can't sit comfortably or breathe comfortably, okay? So nice and longer. I'm zipping up from my pubic bone to behind the navel, belly button into the spine. I'm just going to relax the shoulders here. My chin is maybe parallel to the floor. And then from here, I'm just going to breathe. I'm going to expand the rib cage on the inhale and slowly exhale. And inhale and exhale. Good. So from here, I'm just going to take my fingers to the side. I'm going to take my chin to the chest. And I'm letting gravity give me that stretch down the back of the neck here. I'm still breathing. And we'll come back to center. So I'm going to start taking my right ear to my right shoulder. That's the side closest to the video. And I'm just going to take that over. Now, what maybe you can't see on the other side, so I'll just shift a little bit here, is that I've got my other fingertips here out to the side. So I'm getting a little bit of a deeper stretch down the side of the neck. Some people like to reach and hover. And then maybe you want to take same hand as ear and just rest it right above, letting gravity give you that stretch here. So no pulling, no tugging, it's just there. And we'll release and come back center. So same thing to the other side. So I'm going to take left ear to left shoulder. Good. Feeling that stretch down this side of the neck. Maybe walking fingertips out. Maybe extending that arm long. Maybe taking the hand up, resting right above the ear. And then when you're ready, carefully release. Good. So from here, keeping shoulders and sternum forward, we're just going to turn the head and neck to each side. So I'm just going to go to my left. I'm still in a nice tall spine here, and center, and to the right, and center, again to the left, center, to the right, and center. Coming back to the left, take that chin down, semicircle, move through, coming up, and then coming back. Good. So sometimes, I shouldn't say sometimes, a lot of times when I'm getting ready to work with weights, before and after my practice, it helps if my neck is a little bit looser. Good. And then from here, just roll the shoulders back and forward. I probably did that in reverse from what I said, but that's okay. Good. So from here, big inhale, reach and lengthen. We'll prepare the spine. Take that side bend to the left, really reach, breathe into that side body. Good. And then from here, you choose. Do you stay here? Do you choose to side bend deeper? Sits bones are still rooted. Do you choose to open up towards the ceiling? Or do you choose to take a C-curve roll, belly button into the spine, forehead in the direction of the knee but not touching? And then inhale and lengthen, moving through, go right into that other side. Oh, so this is definitely my tighter side this morning. And then from here, as you breathe, you decide your path. Do you stay? Do you side bend deeper? Do you open to the ceiling? Or do you find a C-curve roll? And it's okay if you need to do something different on one side to the other. Our sides are different. Sometimes we're just so tight or have different things going on that we just can't do it the same way on both sides. And when you're ready, we'll lengthen. We'll come up. Good. Now take the hands behind the head. Good. Elbows are going to be out to the side, but not your widest. So kind of make them maybe not here, maybe not all the way out here. So just kind of a comfortable in between. And from here, we're just going to rotate towards the left and to the right, and to the left and to the right. Retwist from length. Good. And then when you're ready, come back to center. We'll stay with this. We're going to go into the side bend. So sits bones stay grounded. So a little bit of a side bend to the left and to the right, and to the left and to the right. One more time, each side, to the left and to the right. And just relax here. Whew. Just kind of shake that out. We're going to go right to those all fours. So again, if you need that knee cushion or even a wrist cushion, go ahead and bring that in. And we're not going to use weights on this one, but we will on the second one we do at the end of class. So from here, we're just still kind of prepping a little bit, spreading the fingers nice and wide. Good, knees are about hip width apart, a little bit wider if you've got some low back issues today. Belly button is in. Good, inhale into the cow. Exhaling around into that flexion. Inhale for extension. Exhale into the flexion. Good. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And I'm just going to use this as an opportunity to really stretch through the shoulders. So I'm even letting my gaze come between my thighs or to my belly button, and I'm thinking about really pressing that mat away from my shoulders. And then breathing into that back body. So when I say that, think about breathing and expanding this area right here. Good. Okay, so continuing to prepare, we're going to come into a thread the needle. So for this one, I'm going to start by taking my right arm out to the side, and we'll do this as a little bit of a flow as well. Remember, rotation comes from the torso, so hips should stay over the knees, and they shouldn't really move around here. So I'm going to start, the right arm out to the side. Good. A little bit of a dip, and we'll open with that breath, and a little bit of a dip. And we'll open, we'll take it all the way through. Good. So again, think about just the top of the head touching, and it's a light touch. So you want head and neck to be an extension of the spine. So we don't want to press the ear into the mat here. If you need to take your left hand out a little bit wider to press into it to help you here, it's what I do actually, then please feel free to do so. And then when you're ready, pressing into that left hand, coming back up. Just kind of wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. We'll take that to the other side. So now from here, left arm's going to come out. Good. I'm going to take that little scoop and open, and a little scoop and open. I'm going to take it all the way through. Good. Hips over the knees, tops of the head and neck are an extension of the spine. So we've got a long line from crown to tail, even here. And breathing and expanding. Good. And then when you're ready, we will carefully come up out of there. Good. So again, just kind of move around. Good. So we're going to go into our balance, and we're going to do these balance with a tap. So from here, I'm going to keep my left knee grounded. I'm going to keep my right hand grounded. I'm going to take my left leg back, this is my right leg back, maybe that toe taps, and my left arm comes forward. Good. Now, once I feel okay, you're here, I'll lift, and I'm going to point that back toe. So I'm really pressing away with supporting shoulder. Fingers and toes are going to tap and lift. Squeeze that glute when you lift. Warm it up and tap and lift. And I think this is 3, 4, 5, and 6. Reach, reach, reach. And we'll take that down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. If you need to come back and decompress the wrists real quick, always do so. And when you're ready, we'll come back in. We'll do that to the other side. So from here, now my left hand's going to be grounded. My right knee's going to be grounded. My left foot's going to come back. It's really the left foot this time. And my right arm's going to come forward. Good. Once I'm in place, I'll lift that back knee. I will point that toe a little bit. And then from here, we'll go to the taps. So here's 6, squeeze and lift. 5, belly button in, squeeze and lift. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we'll reach, reach, reach. We'll take that down, little child's pose, decompress the wrist. And when you're ready, we're going to come right onto our backs, also known as supine here. Have your weights at the ready. And before we work with the weights, let's just come into some nice deep abdominal work. Let's come into some pelvic clock work. So I'm kind of making sure I don't have anything caught up underneath me here. Rolling the shoulders back. Knees can be bent here. So finding your safe neutral. So your tailbone is having connected, your low rib cage is having connected. Let's be wide to the shoulders. So sometimes when we smile, that helps us have a nice wider collarbone. And then you want to think about your pubic bone and your hip bones being in that same plane. So we don't want one to be elevated more than the other. And we're going to actually make the pelvis do that here in a minute. But from the safe neutral position, everything is even. And I'm going to take my arms out to the side. You're fine where you are, just so you can see better what I'm doing here. So I'm zipping up from pubic bone to behind the navel, belly button into the spine. I'm going to rock my pelvis back. I'm closing any gaps that might be underneath there. That's your posterior tilt. And then I'm going to move back through that safe neutral, and I'm going to take it forward, maybe creating a wider gap, but not pain. That's your anterior tilt. So we'll rock that through. Just warming this up. I like to exhale as I rock back into the posterior tilt. And your head and neck, might move with you. That's fine. That's normal. All right. So now we're going to kind of move into that pelvic clock. And we'll do this counterclockwise as well. But this is a very small and intense movement. So if you can see or feel yourself doing this large movement here, you're not going to get much benefit from that. You should feel this very deeply right under the navel between the belly button and the pubic bone. Okay, so it should be really deep right through there. So think about your belly button being 12 o'clock, pubic bone being 6 o'clock, your left side being 3 o'clock, and your right side being 9 o'clock. So from here, just kind of going back to what we just did, big inhale, exhale, take it back to 12, and 6, and 12, and 6, and 12. Here we go. Take it to the 3, the 6, the 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12. Pause. We're going to take that in the opposite direction. From the 12, take it to 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12. One more. 3, 6, 9, 12. Whew. Just kind of rock back and forth. I always feel that one a little bit deeper now that I've had a hysterectomy. Almost like everything's trying to figure out where it needs to go here. So from here, we're going to go right into the chest lifts. Have a weight on each side if you're going to use those. And we'll come to those in a moment. So arms up, big inhale, exhale, nudge the chin, lift the shoulders, reach long and strong. Lifting up, lower that back down. We'll take that again, big inhale, exhale, reach it long and strong. And we'll lift and lower down. You can stay with those or add your weights with these this time. Good. So I've got my weights up. Big inhale. Exhale. Taking it up. Long and strong. Control the weight. And we'll lift and lower that back down. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And lift and lower. Inhale. Good. So you're working the shoulders here. You're also adding a little bit more resistance with the front abs. So we'll do this 2 more times. Inhale, exhale. And lift and lower on this next one. Take it up, take it down. Good. So from here, we're just going to take 10 pulses. So not really 100, but here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And here we go again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms lift, lower that back down. Release your weights for now. Knees can come into the chest, rock, side to side. We are going to go into the hundreds from here. So from here, remember, if you're newer, feet can be grounded. You can be tabletop legs here. You can be up towards the ceiling, or you can be in the diagonal. The lower the diagonal, the harder it is, but not at the expense of your safe neutral. So be mindful of that. You can also start here, test your strength. You can come back to tabletop knees at any time. So I'm going to start from up here, arms up, inhale, exhale, C, curve it up. Good. Find your position. Start pumping long and strong. And we inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Halfway. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, hold. Lift higher, reach deeper if you can. And take that down. Rock, side to side. Gently take head and neck from side to side. Good. So just kind of check in with yourself. Notice how you feel. And then from here, whenever you're ready, we are going to come up through rolling like a ball. And this first one we'll do without weights. We'll do a with weight version later, but holding to the thighs or to the shins, lift and tuck. And then use your breath and your core to roll yourself up. And you probably won't get it the first try, but it's fun just to do a few rounds anyway. And then when you're ready, good. So instead of the full roll down today, we're going to add on weights. So I'm going to give you options. You can do these with bent knees or legs long. So find your challenge where you need your challenge. So from here, I've got my weights. I'm taking my weights forward. Palms can be down or facing each other. Just be where you're comfortable. But from here, I'm just going to C, curve it down. And I'm going to go to my halfway point, which is the point, or I shouldn't say halfway point, the point where something's got to give. Either you need to come all the way down or legs need to come up. And then from here, we'll take that back up. And we'll take that back down. Now, if 2 weights is too much, you can always power that down, holding 1 weight here. So that's another option. Good. Let's add on. So from here, I'm going to take both of my weights and I'm kind of crossing them just so that I can hold them a little bit better. I'm going to hold them right at my chest. So from here, good. I'm going to put a little bit of a bend in my left knee. Actually, let me start that different. I'm going to put a little bit of bend in my right knee, and then I'm going to prepare to lift this leg. So from here, I'm just going to come down, and then I'm going to lift and bend and reach. Now, this one can be done in a C curve. You can also do this with a flat spine. It feels better to me when I do this in a flat spine. Let's take a few more. Whew. Just come forward, give yourself a little bit of a fold. We're going to take that right into the other side. So now I'm going to put a little bit of a bend in the left leg. I'm going to prepare to lift my right. So big inhale, exhale, take it back. Good. Good. Working through a little bit more strength, a little bit more resistance. This is challenging even without weights. So if you need to get rid of them, get rid of them. Woo. Taking both legs forward, and we'll fold forward. Okay, from this one, I'm going to take a weight in each side. Legs can be long, or you can put a little bend here. We will keep a long spine on this one. We're going to go into some bicep curls. So from here, I'm going to hinge back. I'm nodding the chin a little bit. I'm looking forward. Good. I'm lifting. So I want to think about my hands being maybe about right here or so. And then we're going to bicep curl. So I'm going to count to 10. There's 10, 9, 8, 7, no swaying with the body, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So I'm just going to lift a little bit here to come out of there for a moment. One weight, two weights, or no weights. You can just have your hands together here. We're going to go into a little bit of a modified Russian twist, and then we're going to come down for some more juicy core work. So from here, I've got my weights right at my sternum. I'm going to take it back down to my limit, and I'm just going to twist. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Woo! Take that forward, release those weights. Coming back up, let's take this through our roll down. So I'm just going to really get that deep C-curve scoop, nice and controlled. We're about as controlled as you can go. Good. Take your knees into your chest here for a moment. Rock, 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 side to side. Good. From here, let's do a little bit of stretchy work first, because some of us might have gotten into the hip flexors a little bit. So I'm going to put a little bend in my right knee. You can also extend that right leg long. Take your hands behind that left leg and let them travel up as high as they can go. Just get a little bit of a stretch here. Keep your upper body grounded. Maybe point and flex to that foot. Maybe roll that ankle in one direction and then in the other. Good. So different things for different people. Some of you are going to hold somewhere on the outside of this leg. Some of us are able to reach up and grab the toe or the foot, and that's great. Both hips, both shoulders, stay grounded. We'll take that leg out to the side. So just a little bit of an inner thigh stretchy there. Breathe and expand. And we'll bring that leg back up, release that leg. Good. So we're going to go 8 tiny little circles, and then we'll do 8 larger circles, and then we'll reverse that direction. So larger circles are a little bit more challenging. Hips don't leave the floor, so this is core work. So when you're ready, good. Doesn't matter what direction. Let's go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go bigger. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse. Keep them big if you can. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Going into the smaller. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bend in that knee. Go ahead right into a figure 4. Get a little bit of a hippie stretch in there. So you are doing range of motion in the hip, but this is also core work. So it's not necessarily leg work, despite the name. And then when you're ready, we'll take that all to the other side. So left leg can come long or a little bit of a bend in the knee. Right leg's gonna come up. Take your hands behind that leg. Good, let them travel up as high as they can go. Give yourself a little tug in. You can point and flex through that foot, rolling that ankle in one direction and then in the other. Okay. So my other side is already feeling much more open than it was. I hope you are too. Good, I'm gonna release. So again, find the grip that's appropriate. Anywhere on the outside of this leg, a foot or a toe. Both hips, both shoulders stay grounded, taking that leg out to the side. Getting a nice little inner thigh opener here. And if you don't have a long leg like mine, then do what you can and don't worry about what you can't. It takes time to build up flexibility. This is absolutely not where I was when I started this practice in 2008. And when you're ready, we'll come back up. Good. So from here, so same thing, smaller circles and then larger ones. Hips don't leave the floor. So here we go. 8, 7, 6, belly button in. Good, and we'll reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I totally messed that up. That's okay. Just go right into the big ones. We'll go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse. And it's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. From here, take that right into a figure 4. Stretch that hip. All right. From here, we are going to roll like a ball, and we're going to do that with our weights. So 1 weight or 2 weights. If weights are not your thing today, same thing as before, you just won't use them. But if you're using them, I'm going to use 1. I'm going to take that up, and I'm going to hold right here at the shin. And then from here, I'm just going to roll. And I'm going to roll. And roll. Careful not to roll back on the neck. Woo. Rolling all the way back up, maybe finding a little bit of a balance here in the sits bones. Good. And then from here, you can release that weight. Take your legs long. Another opportunity for a roll down. Really get that nice scoop in. And come down. Knees and tabletop. We're going to go through our series of 5 here. I'm going to count each set to 10. If 2, 4, 6, or 8 is your magic number today, stop at those. But just know that I'm going to be going to 10. So from here, starting with single leg stretch. Inhale. Exhale, taking it up. Left leg will go long. Right knee will come in. Good. Really stretch that leg. Really take this leg in. And we switch. And 2, 3. Hips stay even. 4. No rotation. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Single straight leg stretch. This time, pulling the left leg in, right leg long. Find your safe neutral. And here we go. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Stay with the breath. And 10. Woo. I'm going to come down just for a moment. Knees into the chest. We're going to prepare for a double leg stretch. So inhale, exhale, come up into your ball. Inhale, lengthen, and bring it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with a smile, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo! Taking that down. Legs up to the ceiling, double straight leg stretch. You can do this in a C curve or body lowered. You will choose. I'm going to try C curve today. Let's see if we can do it. Good. Inhale on the lower, exhale on the lift. There's 1, 2. Watch your safe neutral. 3, 4, 5. My gaze is to my thighs. 6, 7, 8. Really hard now. 9 and 10. Whew. Taking that down. I'm going to take my head and neck from side to side after all that work. Going into the crisscross pattern, knees and tabletop, hands behind the head. Elbows are out to the side, but they're not at their widest possible. Remember, we lead from the shoulder to facilitate more rotation and really get into those obliques. So from here, when we're ready, I'm going to lift and rotate to my left and right and 2 and 3. My hips don't leave the floor. And 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo. Take that down, wiggle, wiggle side to side. So we're going to go into a twist here. We're going to let the weights assist us. So I've got a weight in each hand. My palms are facing towards the ceiling. I'm just going to take them out to the side, knees and tabletop. Let those knees come over to the left. So this will help you keep the shoulders grounded a little bit more. Maybe looking to the right. Breathe and expand. That series of 5. You can increase your number sets. You can take it really slow with the smaller number, but they are challenging no matter how long you practice. And head comes back to center. 1 leg at a time. Reset yourself. Take those knees over towards the right. Look to the left. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, head will come back to center, 1 leg back at a time. Good. Now, again, we're going to roll like a ball. So 1 weight, 2 weights, or no weights. If you're using 2 weights, you'll have a weight on each shin, and you're going to hold it there. And then when you're ready, you're just going to roll. Take a few. And then when you come up, maybe you can find your balance. Good. Maybe with or without weights, you can go right into a boat pose. Maybe extending the arms long. Oh, this is so hard on the core. Let's try a bicep curl. Let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Take those legs long and fold forward. It's lots of good work there already today. From here, we're going to go right into maybe some other different kinds of Russian twists, the second set. So some people, the first one we did, our feet were grounded, and you can certainly do that again. Some of us like to take that up a notch. So maybe you come back into your boat, 1 weight, 2 weight, or no weights. And then you take your twist from here, long spine. And again, let's try 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! When you count to 20, that means you get 10 on each side. I'm just going to let this be a nice relaxing fold here. And then from here, when you're ready, I'm going to cross at the ankles. We're going to come back to all fours. So for this one, we're going to get into triceps a little bit, shoulder again, and the rear end. So if you need to bring in a knee cushion for this because we'll be here a little bit longer than we were in the beginning, then go ahead and set yourself up for that. So I'm going to come here. Good. Okay. So using both weights, and remember you can always do this without weights, it's still challenging. I'm going to start by taking one of my weights at the bend of that right knee. Good. And then my other weight, I'm going to hold with my left hand. So sometimes you want to make sure that you're kind of in the center there. Good. So from here, good, I'm going to squeeze, I'm going to lift, and I'm going to take this arm forward. Okay. So from here, when my hand comes down, my knee is going to come down, and then we'll lift. And here's 2. And 3. This is another reason why I don't recommend too heavy weights. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Pulse here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the weights at the leg, release the one with the hand. Good. So we're going to take this knee down. We're going to open to the side. So from here, we've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there for a moment. Good. Another set of 8. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm glowing too. Good. So carefully remove that weight. Sink back, sit on that right side. Maybe walk your fingertips forward. Good. Now from here coming back, I'm just going to take one weight, and I'm going to do this on the left side. So I'm going to take, sorry, that's wrong. I'm going to take this in the hand that I just had it in on the left side. So we're still working this right side here. So I'm going to take this back. Good. I'm just going to lift. You can point if you want to. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bend this elbow in. Let me show you from here. I think that's why I got confused. Good. So from here, good. Now from here, when I tap my foot down, this arm's going to go back, and then I'm going to lift. Good. And 2, 3, should be a long leg, not a bend at the knee. Whew. And 2 more. Good. And take that down. Whew. My right butt cheek is on fire. I hope yours is too. We're going to take that all onto the other side. So grabbing my other weight now. Good. Taking that behind the left knee. Taking this weight into your hand. So one thing that I did on the other side, something that I like to do, is I started this way, and then halfway through I turn my palms down. You can do that too if you like, just staying with one way or the other. Always fine. Work where you need to work, but from here when you're ready, good. And we'll tap and lift, and tap, lift. And I think this is 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. I'm going to release that weight from the hand. Knee's going to come out to the side. So here we go. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause up there. And here we go in reverse. Here's 8, 7, belly button still in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. From here, release that weight. Good. Going into the other side. Good. So you're going to take the weight back into the hand. Good. Taking that leg long. Good. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And take that down. Whew, find a child's pose. Take your knees as wide as your mat. Let it be a juicy child's pose. Breathe into the side body. And then from here, when you're ready, good. I'm going to take a weight on each side. We're going to come belly down. I'm just going to leave my blanket where it is. Good. So coming into a little bit of extension work, we'll come into swimming. So taking my arms long in front of me. And you can have your hands facing each other or the ground. That's going to be your personal preference today. Your legs are about hip width apart and your belly button is in. So from here, I'm going to lift upper and lower body. Good. And then I'm just going to alternate. Good. Think about balancing on the hip bones a little bit here. And this is obviously a slow swim. Good. And we'll take that down. Coming back into tricep work, which I think I didn't do it right on the other side. We'll go back and get that. So take your hands in your weights in your hands. Palms are going to face up. Good. Belly button is in, lengthening long. Good. I'm just going to lift the upper body here. Good. Now, this might be enough work for you staying here. Otherwise, take 8 little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Good. Take your palms forward. Palms will be down here. Belly button in. Good. Lift up into your swim again and alternate. Not as many. It's a lot harder. Again, this is why lighter weights are better. And take that down. And we'll wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Woo! Carefully take your hands under your shoulders and press back up. We're going to come back to all 4. We're going to get that tricep work on the other side. So coming into the right hand. Good. We'll just pull this up. Good. And we'll go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And because we did a little different exercise when I messed that one up, we'll balance out this side too. So take that weight in the other hand. Good. And it's just going to lift. So we're just going to lift for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. We should be nice and balanced there. Good. From here, since we're on our all 4s, we're going to go right into a plank pose. No weights in the plank pose. We're actually done with the weights. So knees can be down or you can step back, pressing into the knuckles of the pinky, pointer, and thumb, pressing the heels back if you're lifted. I know it's hard. Shoulders and upper bodies worked hard. Belly button in. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that down. Child's pose. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, find a seat. We're going to finish with mermaids from here. Just kind of clear my space a little bit. Good. So I'm going to take my feet towards my right to start. And how you need to do your feet is all about what's comfortable for you. I kind of like to tuck this toe in the back here, but it doesn't really matter. Just be where you're comfortable. And energetically, you're going to take this top hip down a little bit. It will not be a perfect anchor for almost everybody, but you don't want to, practice from being up here. You want to think about taking that down a little bit. So from here, big inhale, exhale, we'll take that side over, and we'll come up and get a nice counter stretch. And then we'll come back over, coming back and get a counter stretch. Good. Adding on with rotation, take it up, take it over. Good. Think about shoulders and hands being in alignment here. Shining the heart forward just a little bit, little extension. And we'll open and come back through center. Good. Just a little bit of rotation here. Adding on again. We'll open. Take it down, rotate. From here, Tricep push-up. Elbows come straight back, not all the way down to the ground. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we'll lift, and we'll open, and come back, and come over, and a little bit of a rotation. And then when you're ready, coming back, and we are just going to switch those feet around to the other side. So again, find your foot and leg placement over here where it's comfortable for you. And then energetically, we'll take this hip down a little bit. Remember, it won't be a perfect anchor for almost everybody, but from here we'll reach and we'll take that mermaid over and move through center and take it counter stretch and move through and counter stretch. Good. Adding on with just the extension. Taking it up, taking it over. Good. Hands are even with the shoulders, shining the heart forward for a moment. And then we'll open and take it back through. Good. And rotation again, taking it down. This time, turn your hands inward. So shoulders, elbows, and fingers turn inward. 4 chest push-ups here, not all the way down. So here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking it back up, fingers and everything, look back forward, open back up, move through center, counter rotation, and taking it back up through center. Good. So continuing with our stretch sequences here, I'm just going to come to crisscross applesauce, taking hands forward, clasping, pressing away and round. Good. From here, when you're ready, taking arms up here. So my right hand is going to take my left elbow and just get a little tricep stretchy in here. Upper body worked hard today. And then from here, I'm just going to take that elbow forward. So now I've got my right forearm underneath my left forearm. And then I'm just going to kind of come across the body, getting a shoulder stretch. Because some people like to lean into it a little bit. It's all about what feels good to you. And then we'll come back up. Good. Left hand's going to grab right elbow now, finding a tricep stretch here. Good. And then from here, taking that forward. So now my left forearm is underneath my right forearm. I'm going to take that across the body. You can lean into it if you want to. Find your shoulder stretch. A different shoulder stretch. And then from here, when you're ready, different things for different people, different range of motions. So you can be here, you can be here, you can be here. You can roll those shoulders back, giving yourself a lift. Find what works for you. And then when you're ready, just release, rolling those shoulders back, rolling those shoulders forward. Good. Going back into the next stretches again before we finish. So hands to the side. We're nice and tall. So from here, left ear, left shoulder. Maybe walking out those fingertips. You can extend that arm long. And maybe left hand comes up. Rest right above. And we'll release. Right ear, right shoulder. You can walk out fingertips. You can extend that arm long, or maybe taking right hand up, letting it rest right above that ear. And releasing, coming back. Good. So sternum and shoulders stay forward. Take that chin and head to the left and center and right and center and left and center and right and center. Take it to the left, semicircle. Good. And coming back. One more time, get a little shoulder shrug, some other little movement. And way to go. You made it through Pilates mat work with weights. I hope you enjoyed this practice and all the core work. And let me know if you like this practice in the notes. Thank you so much. See you again soon.